Cyclospora spreads through human feces, and that's how it ended up on our plates. As a host, I want to share the most unsettling fact about the latest food outbreak in the United States. The parasite that's sickening thousands isn't growing in soil or water, it's coming straight from human feces. Scientists have spent decades looking for a natural habitat for Cyclospora, and they've found none other than the human gut. So if you're asking, how does a microscopic parasite end up on fresh produce, the answer lies in how people handle food and the safeguards that fail at each step. First, a quick look at the parasite itself. Cyclospora lives in the small intestine. When infected, people experience watery diarrhea that carries the parasite's oocysts, or eggs. Those oocysts can survive on surfaces for weeks, and if they land on produce, anyone who eats that food can become ill. The symptoms appear about 7 to 21 days after ingestion, throwing entire communities into a wave of hospital visits. Now consider the scale of this outbreak. Michigan alone reports more than 6,000 sick people, a number that points to contamination on a surprising scale. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration and state labs are tracing it, and the first clues point to 2 places we've seen in past investigations: the people who harvest the crops, and the irrigation water that wets them. If a worker's hand isn't properly washed or if a farm's latrine leaks, tiny oocysts can hitchhike onto lettuce, salad mixes, raspberries, basil, cilantro, fruit mixes, snow peas and snap peas. Then, shipped across the country, that contamination can affect thousands who never see the source. It's worth noting that the standard disinfectants used in agriculture target bacteria, not protozoa like Cyclospora. Adding chlorine to irrigation water may make it smell clean, but it won't remove oocysts. That means a seemingly safe batch of water could still carry dangerous parasites to a field. And because Cyclospora oocysts are sticky, they cling to the hairs on raspberries and cilantro more than gouna, which explains why rinsing at home isn't always enough. Known that cooking produce at a temperature of 158 degrees Fahrenheit or 70 degrees Celsius can kill Cyclospora. But for the millions of people who eat raw vegetables, those safety net points to hand hygiene and water quality, 2 public health practices that need tighter enforcement. As investigators crack the case, they're also reminding growers, regulators, and consumers that food safety is a shared responsibility. So what does this mean for you? If you're purchasing fresh produce, consider how it's grown and where it comes from. Wash your hands before handling food, wash produce carefully, and be aware that many of the most popular raw foods, lettuce, berries, herbs, have been associated with past outbreaks. Ask your local grocery store for soil and water testing information when they're available. Most importantly, stay informed. If you notice symptoms or learn of a product recall, act fast. That's the nutshell of this outbreak. Cyclospora is a silent threat riding on human feces, turning our fresh food supply into a potential hazard on a scale we hadn't seen before. Follow up with the full investigative report, keep an eye on your plate, and let's keep our food safe together. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe _ have a good day.